Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Melyk's page. So we're going to start things off. I'm Diane. I'm Melyk's mummy. What's your name?
Mehlyk.
Mehlyk, right. And how old are you?
I'm 4.
You're 4, right. I'm not going to tell you my age for obvious reasons. This page is really about Mehlyk. As some of you may be aware, Mehlyk was diagnosed with stage 4 high-risk cancer when he was 3.5 actually. And as you heard, he's now 4. And so this page is really about creating awareness regarding neuroblastoma because before my child had it, I didn't know what it was. Are you okay? Before Mehlyk had it, I didn't know what it was. And it's really just to kind of create awareness, talk about what life is like when dealing with or trying to nurture a kid with stage 4 cancer, and just talking about our journey, where we have been so far and the long journey we have to go for further actually. So without further ado, welcome. Say hi.
Hi.
So I'm going to tell you a little bit about, okay, thank you. I'm going to tell you a bit about Mehlyk, and when he was diagnosed. Okay, calm down please. You promised me you'd behave. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Mehlyk, and obviously the cancer. So neuroblastoma is, they call it a rare childhood cancer, but obviously when you're on the ward, it doesn't feel rare. It feels like everyone on the ward has neuroblastoma. Now, they say around 100 cases in the UK in a year, and it usually happens with kids under 5, but it can happen with kids over 5. Now, I say it's rare, but it is actually the most common solid tumour amongst kids. Thank you. You play with my watch. Now, they don't really know the cause. Most people ask, because I know I asked what the cause was. They don't know. They don't think it's hereditary. But what they do know is it develops from specialised nerve cells called neuroblasts, and that's hence the name neuroblastoma. And these neuroblasts are in all fetuses, all babies, and they're supposed to babies. They're supposed to mature into nerve cells. Now, in the unlucky few, like Mehlyk, these neuroblasts tend to...
Like baby Mehlyk.
Yeah, when you're a baby. These neuroblasts divide and mature and multiply, and they're basically, it's a mutation. So it multiplies and multiplies until it forms a mass, aka a tumour, called neuroblastoma. Do you want to go and play your Switch? Do you want to go play Mario? No? Okay, you want to stay here? Okay, no, don't ruin it, please. I've got so far. Okay, so when it comes to Mehlik's condition and what he's had to endure so far, he has had treatment within, I think he's had 14 months of treatment. It started with high-dose chemo, and that seemed to clear a bit of the metastasis. So when Mehlyk was diagnosed, it literally happened like that. It was one day he just woke up, he wasn't feeling well, he started holding his back, he was limping, he lost incredibly amount of weight. It felt like overnight. He had a high temperature, he had a very, very bloated stomach. And after...
I got big stomach.
You got big stomach?
I got big stomach.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did you eat a lot today?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was literally overnight. And that's what's so scary about this condition. Some people recognise signs immediately. And with Mehlyk, his case was very much, he was a healthy, happy child. He was chubby. He was a bit of a rascal, as you can see. But yeah, it just didn't show it. There was no symptoms, basically, until that fateful day when he just didn't want to get out of bed. So 14 months, as I was saying, of treatment, and okay, he's gone. 14 months of treatment, and when we got told he had neuroblastoma, I just remember it was just a heartbreaking situation. As a mother, you don't want anything bad to come from your child, and just for them to tell you that your child has a neuroblastoma, a cancer that can really just take their life. It was, I don't think I'll ever forget it. So he's was stage 4. And it comes to a point where, as a mother, you start thinking, when did it start? Did I miss something? I was going crazy. I literally went back on my phone with all the pictures I had. And I remember when he was 1 specifically, and Mehlyk, please. I remember when he was 1 specifically, I took him to the GP, and okay, he's here now. I took him to the GP because his stomach was a little bit big. And the GP dismissed me. He was like, oh, it's just probably umbilical hernia. No, nothing
To take
really.
your money.
No, they don't need money, thank you. And we got sent on our way, and there were, like, I'm just starting to think, where were the signs? Where could I have done anything to spot it? And even him being a picky eater, it's like, how are you supposed to attribute that to a life-threatening condition? And so I do think there needs to be some awareness or some sort of screening, I don't know, when kids are newborns, just to determine whether or not they have a life-threatening condition like this. Because there's some kids that actually come out of they're born with this huge stomach and things don't look right straight away and they know. And there's some kids like Mehlyk, they're born healthy and fine and it develops. So it's just a really scary condition. Anyway, he's had 14 months of treatment. Have a kiss. Ah, thank you. He's had 14 months of treatment. The initial induction chemotherapy was terrible. He lost a lot of his hair, he lost appetite, as you would expect with chemo. And after that, we had scans which showed that the metastatic disease had cleared up. So the things that had grown to his pelvis, his neck, his arm, a little bit in his leg, because it was stage 4, so it had spread. Now, after high dose, he had, sorry, this is so challenging doing a video with this kid. After high dose, he had a surgery, resection surgery. You've got a little scar in your tummy, don't you? You've got a scar in your tummy, your battle scar, because you're strong, right? Yeah. So he had a resection surgery, but unfortunately she was only able to take around 5 to 10% out. And she had said that the reason for that was because the tumour had very much calcified. So it was like dead crystals. But obviously it was attached to his blood vessels, very important blood vessels in his stomach. And so to do that, she would have basically risked his life to even touch it or go near it. After that, he had what we call high-dose chemo for 6 weeks in the hospital. Just literally, he had the NG tube in his nose because there wouldn't be any eating.
Don't be eaten.
No, you don't want, no more tube, no tube.
I like nose.
You like nose, yeah. He had the NGG tube, he got mucositis, we had to stick like ice in his mouth to avoid mucositis developing in the mouth, but it developed everywhere else, so from kind of the entire GI tract to his anus, he had peeling in his bum. It's really high dose chemo, so it was just terrible. I wouldn't wish it amongst anyone. It's like the most horrible thing you can ever go through. After that, he had what we call radiotherapy, and that's when after he finished radiotherapy, we were on a trial for 5 weeks, and to be honest, I don't think radiotherapy did much. It was supposed to target the main body of disease in his stomach, but we actually progressed or relapsed during radiotherapy, so they said the bits that had cleared initially had grown and there was new areas of disease. Now, that fateful day when they told me, they said Mehlyk has less than a 5% chance of survival. And they mean a 5% chance of reaching his, I would say, 9th birthday. So you can imagine hearing that as a parent is just heartbreaking, and it still is heartbreaking. Sorry, I'm not going to get tearful. So yeah, this page is literally just to create awareness and also to help with our fundraising efforts. Mehlyk to date has been on a maintaining chemo combo called cyclophosphamide and topotecan, and that hasn't helped. So his cancer has now spread. even though you don't, like, he doesn't display any symptoms at the moment. In fact, touch wood. Okay, please, sit down, okay? And then I'll get you muffin. Sit down, please. Sit down, please. Mehlyk, sit down, please. Thank you. What was I saying? Yeah, cyclophosphamide and toxicam, and that didn't help. So actually, his tumour or his cancer spread to his skull. And there's a big one in his thigh and one in his knee. So yeah, we have a desperate appeal at the moment to try and raise enough money for him to get a chemo and immunotherapy treatment that's available in Barcelona. I'm not going to go into too much specifics because it's a bit of... Go to daddy. Why don't you go daddy? Okay. It's a bit of a, scientific hocus pocus jargon, but ideally a lot of the cancer mums have gone to Barcelona with widespread bony disease and have come back clear. I'm not saying it's every cancer mum. I don't want to give you false statistics, but essentially we are trying to save Mehlyk's life here. Like, I can't imagine my world without him, in a sense. Like, we don't carry these kids and, push them out for them to be taken from us. And there's so many families that have gone through that. And I admire their strength, but in the same breath, I don't want to be in that position. And so I'm just hoping that everyone can understand where I'm coming from. I hate doing this kind of stuff. Like, I'm the person to watch YouTube channels, not create one. But there's not much I wouldn't do for my children. So here I am. So thank you for watching. I hope I was brief. I hope you understood everything I said. I'm going to put a few links below when it comes to his donation page. His Facebook page called £1 to Save a Life. That's very important because if we get around 250,000 members all donating £1, we can raise this money. The treatment in Barcelona is not cheap. It's around 250,000. And then you're thinking about, when he does get in remission, how do we keep him in remission? And there's vaccines that are available that are another, well, let's get there first. Let me not overshoot. Let's get there first. So this is just a mum being a mum and just reaching out to you guys and saying, please spread the word. I love my child and I don't want to lose him. And so I just want to thank every single one of you who's just shown support, from my friends, from my Gosh family, from my Gosh parents. Great Ormond Street is a brilliant hospital and we make such connections with when we're going through the same thing. I can't thank you guys enough.
Daddy's sleeping, Mummy.
Daddy's sleeping, yeah. You don't know what it means to me. Like, most of the time I don't sleep, I'm just watching Mehlyk and watching he's still breathing. And the support that I've got from every single person that's reached out, from Facebook to Instagram,
Mario Odyssey.
Mario Odyssey, yeah, go play Mario Odyssey, to WhatsApp, to my family members. Just, I love each and every one of you and I can't thank you enough. So yeah, I'm going to try and post or record or upload to his channel around 2 times a week. Now, that might not happen because I have 3 kids and yeah, you can see they're really, he's really hyperactive and they're all, my daughter's like that. So essentially I'm going to try and post twice in a week just to kind of give you guys an update, what we go through. Some of it will be us going to the hospital, some of it will be just us chilling at home, and some of it will be things we've got to do for Mehlyk, like changing his dressing. He's got a catheter in his chest, all these little things that will kind of make you become a bit more aware as to what we go through. It's an intense ordeal, and no kid should have to go through childhood cancer. Like, it's heartbreaking.
Mom, I'm Andrew.
Okay, so come say bye to the people. I'm going to love you and leave you guys
Bye.
all. Bye. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.
Thank you for watching this live.
Thank you for watching. Say thank you.
Thank you
for watching. Yep. Please subscribe. Can you say subscribe? Subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back for further updates. Take care. Bye bye.